on our lives and on our hearts. That's why we're different. So we are not here to convert anybody else's mindset. We are not here to share how great our church is. We are not here to be right about what we're getting out of the word. We are here to have direct communion with God. And I've had some really cool feedback from some of the guys too about how we talk at the beginning of these calls a lot about what we're not and who we're not. We are becoming a community of men that are following Jesus and following God in a deep and meaningful way. And soon we are working on it on the back ends here, how that's going to work and how it's going to come together and when we're going to be able to launch it. We are going to have an opportunity for us to be in a tribe community where we're able to take that to a whole different level, where we're able to share our stacks, where we'll be able to communicate, share things, share wins, share losses, be able to communicate on all kinds of things that are going on in our lives and have a daily touch point like this instead of just a Tuesday call. The Tuesday call is not going anywhere. The free option to be here, not going anywhere. But there is going to be this option for us to have a new banner to congregate under and have a new level of community where we can really hold each other accountable and see how God is working in our lives. Okay, got all that part. Do we have anybody that is their first time today? I've got the gallery up, so if we got anybody that put their hands up or... Okay, we got a couple of new guys. It's pretty close to our first time. Welcome. I want to go quickly over the frame of how we're going to attack today. We are going to go through a Bible stack, which we have a frame of word, going to get into the word, and then we're going to take that to wisdom. We're going to see exactly what God has uniquely for you in that word. That wisdom is going to show us work. If you're following along in the Bible stack, this is exactly the steps that are going to go through. And this work is things for us to start, stop, or sustain doing as we go through the week. And then the wealth. What is the fruit that has been showing up in our life from going through this whole process every single morning and communing with God, building that relationship where we can go back and forth and find that North Star throughout our entire day? One of the first parts that we do in this is keeping ourselves honest, is coming back for accountability and a return and report. We're going to tell each other how we've done. We're going to first go back and look through our stacks. We're going to take 3 minutes to look back and say, okay, out of this last week, out of the 7 days, how many days did I get into the word? How many days did I take that time out? Did I start my day in getting into that word with God? Second, how many days out of 7 did I get into my Bible stack and extract that wisdom? Third, we're going to get into how many days did I complete the work? Did I take that thing that showed up for me, or start, stopping, or sustaining doing, did I put that into action in my life? The greatest thing about the stack is that it's not just a place to dump thought. It's a place to create action, create meaning, and to drive that action into our life, into our world. And when we take that from God, it goes to a whole different level. Anybody seeing that? Any for our veterans here that have been seeing that fruit showing up? Great. Because in this share, the fourth thing that we're going to talk about is how getting into the word, doing our stacks, and doing the work has shown up as the fruit in our life. So we're going to be able to share over the last week what that win has looked like. So first, we're going to go ahead and put 3 minutes on the clock for you to review how many days you're in the word, how many days you were in the stack, how many days you did the work, and what was the fruit that showed up for you. If you're on board with all that, let me get a fire in the chat before we break out here. Make sure everybody's awake and getting going this morning. I've got my coffee. Hope you've had yours. Gotten into the gym, done all the things. Okay, fire's loading into the chat. Great. We're going to go 3 minutes into this breakout. Again, how many days in the word? How many days in the stack? How many days in the work? And how's that fruit showing up for you? 3, 2, 1, off you go.